All right, just gonna give it a minute here to let it try to populate. We're going live on different platforms like on Facebook and like Instagram and YouTube and different places. So I'm just going to give it a quick second here to populate as I look for this email that I was supposed to have here, y'all. I am glad to be here, though. I'm glad to reintroduce myself here in the new fiscal year. Excited for this 21-day fast. It's the first one of the year, and it's going to take some effort because we're a bit out of season still. We're still a little early in the season for a grand effort to this extent. We try to do things a bit more seasonally, but it's needed. It's just very much needed. And most people, in their mind, this is a good time. Like right after the new year, they get this reinvigorated effort. But you know, we try to look at the rhythm of everything. You know, so even the rhythm of the earth and the time of the year and the season that we're in, and what it signifies and what it shows us and what it teaches us. And being in the middle of winter, it's really a time where things are died down. There's no leaves, there's no trees, there's no things like that. So it is a time in a way to let things go. It's if you're thinking a little bit deeper to the signification of the seasons and whatnot, and how it relates and correlates to us. A time to let go, a time where things are dying, a time that things are kind of being postponed. With the snow and winter, things are not growing, things are not vibrant. And versus like in the springtime, where everything is fresh, everything is new. I always like to point that out. But if there's a will, there's a way, and there is a will, and we try to tap into God's will as often as we can. So all praise to the Most High for allowing us to be here this morning and to service our community and to service our family, basically, our brothers and sisters out here. I was looking for an email. I think I might have to get it in, but so we'll see how it goes. So okay. 21 days of fasting. It doesn't mean we're going to starve for 21 days. No, not at all. Not at all. Okay. The official start date was yesterday at sundown, because we do base ourselves based on the lunar calendar. So the initial start date was sundown last night. But there was a pass for this morning. We can start this morning as well. So we broke it down into 3 7-day periods, and then that first week, it's a 3-day period and a 4-day period. And the objective first is elimination. The objective first is elimination, to eliminate waste, to eliminate as much toxicity as possible. So the first 7 days, they're going to be fasting. So it takes a bit of strength. It takes some willpower. It's going to take some talking to ourselves. The first 3 days, are, let me find it. I hope everybody got that email, the email that went out. Should have gotten it. All right. Hey y'all, I see y'all logging in from the different places. A little bit scattered, but we're here. Just bear with us here. I'm gonna get this situated here. So first, day 1 to 3, we're dry fasting, okay? So day 1 to 3, we're dry fasting. That is today. Dry fast means no food, no water. Okay. So if we're starting this morning, you're going this morning to this evening would be counted as 1. Sundown this evening to tomorrow would be counted as 2. And tomorrow evening to Wednesday evening would be counted as 3. Okay. So Wednesday evening is when we'll be let me write these things down too. Wednesday evening is when we will be shifting over to water. Okay, so water on Wednesday evening. All right. And then we will maintain the water for 4 days. We'll maintain the water for 4 days. I am going to allow coconut water in this time, but just coconut water. We're not juicing yet. We still need a lot of elimination. I'm allowing the coconut water for the electrolytes. Okay. It's going to help the elimination process. It's going to keep the metabolism high. It's going to keep you guys going. So even in these, well, not these days here, the first 3 days, but from Wednesday to Thursday, Friday, Saturday to Sunday evening, we'll be doing water and we'll be doing coconut water. So a lot of times people ask, how can you accomplish this? How do you just not eat? First and foremost, it is the decision that you have to make. Okay, it is a commitment that you have to make. You have to be committed to this process. So check out these comments here. Great. Hey, good morning, Grace. Good morning. I'm seeing y'all scattered in from everywhere, but it's good to see you there. Praise God. So how do you fast for days at a time with no food and no water, or with only water with no food? Well, it's like I said, it's a decision that you make. Okay, it is a commitment that you make. It is and when you make that decision, when you make that commitment, there's just nothing to think about after that. You understand what I'm saying? There's just nothing to think about. There's no reason to negotiate. There's no reason to go back and forth with myself or with yourself mentally about it. There's no reason to entertain certain ideas and certain thoughts. You're already committed. You because so when you're trying to reason with yourself, oh man, what if I just no? There's nothing to think about. There's no negotiation. No, I'm going to stick to what I was doing because this is going to be a mental challenge. Okay. I'm going to advise no working out for this first week. No working out. Okay. Just give your body time. We're not trying to become Olympians. We are simply trying to get our health in a better position. So avoid working out, but stretching every day, 2 times a day at least. Okay. Stretching in the morning and in the evening. Okay. At least 2 times a day. There's no limit on stretching. Stretch as much as you want. often can. I often do. But stretching is going to be okay. But when you're fasting to this extent, you're doing days without food and water, and then days, so like a whole entire week without glucose, without sugar, your body is going to slow down a little bit. It's going to pick up at certain points, though. If you're working very hard, you may get a little bit tired. So pace yourself always, okay? If you ever feel lightheaded or faint or something like that, drink some water, especially in these first 3 days, okay? If you're on the back end, the last 4 days, where we will be drinking water anyways and drinking coconut water anyways, and if you feel lightheaded, and as you can see, I didn't have no tea, I didn't have anything myself. Struggling this morning a little bit, but it's all right. I On the back end, when you're drinking water and you feel like it's not enough, you can get, and then you have the coconut water there. You can probably juice something, but it's not preferred. We're not trying to skip the steps here. There's going to be some adverse effect in your body. It's going to react to not taking the glucose. Maybe kind of like a crack addict in a sense. It's going to make you feel like, oh, I need, but you don't. You're not going to starve. It takes much longer than 7 days to starve, even with no food and water, okay? Much longer. That's been proven time and time again. Even in modern history. We don't even really have to go back to the biblical times at this stage. Even in modern history, people are fasting longer and longer. We are going to be downloading the app. I am going to be sending out links later today to you guys, in order to figure out how to connect them all together so that we can all be connected and see each other's progress. But if you didn't, for everyone who got the email, make sure you check the email. We did send the link. We did send the link to the app so that you guys can download the app. It's the Life app. It's an app. It's like a baby blue heart in the middle. So it's called Life Fasting Tracker. So check that out, because we're going to be utilizing that application to keep track of our fast here, okay? So day 1 to 3, we're a dry fast. Day 4 to 7, we're water only. If you have medications and you feel you need to take them and you need to take a little bit of water, that's understandable. That's not the biggest part of this. This process should wean out a lot of the necessity for the medication. If you've ever missed days before without any major adverse effect, this is a good time to repeat that process, since you've missed days before anyway. Just not like you're taking a big risk in any type of way here, okay? So now after day 1 to 3, and then we get to day 4 to 7. Day 1 to 3 is a dry fast, no food, no water. Day 4 to 7 is water only. Now day 8 to 14, that is when we will be implementing the water, different waters, herbs, teas and stuff, fresh squeezed juices or fresh juiced fruits, okay? No pulp. Sea moss. Sea moss is the gel, the liquid form. Capsules, you can get it like that too. The bitters, nectars, spoons of oil, or honey, raw honey, okay? Raw honey, unfiltered, clean honey, okay? That is what we will be doing in the middle week. Okay. First is elimination, and then uh day 1 and 3 we're eliminating, and then we're absorbing and we're cleaning day 4 to 7 with the water only, and then we begin the rebuilding process, and the process of nutrition, adding the nutrition back in the body. But these herbs, and without the fiber, though, the digestive system stays shut down. Everything is in water form. That metabolism is going to pick up in that week 2 with the water and the herbs and the tea and the juices and the sea moss and the capsules, bitters, nectars, spoons of oil or honey. That metabolism is going to shoot up because your stomach is going to be empty. All of that power, all of that energy is going to be going to your brain and to your faculties. You guys are going to be feeling great. And then the last 15 to 21 days, we're going to be doing fruits, greens, and veggies only in that order. Fruits, greens, and veggies only in that order. Okay. In your emails, y'all, I did send out the nutritional guide, so make sure you click on the link and open that nutritional guide. There's a lot of valuable information in there for us. Okay. In the packages that are going out, the packages are all going out this Wednesday for anyone that is out of town and nationwide. For all of the people who are nationwide that are with us here, included in the order that's getting shipped out with this is going to be 3 pouches of sea moss. We're suggesting that you take 2 tablespoons per day starting on the 8th day, mornings in the mornings after water, 1 bottle of moringa bitters. We're trying to clean the blood a little bit. 3 teaspoons per day in the morning, afternoon, and evening. 1 chef's blend of digestive tea, which is a assorted mix of different herbs customly put together for a good, very, very effective digestive cleanse. We suggest that you'll be drinking 24 to 32 ounces per day of tea, preferably in the mornings and the afternoons of this specific tea. We're also going to be sending out a bottle of parasitic detox capsules. We're going to recommend that you're taking 2 capsules per day, and in the morning time after water, and that will begin from day 8 to day 21. You'll be taking these products there. Okay. Now, with that said, let me read up here. 21 days. Why 21 days? 21 days is the perfect amount of time to reset the neurological aspects of the cognitive function. So 21 days is the perfect amount of time to do something consistently to build a habit. Okay. 21 days is also long enough to repattern the neurological system. So if your mind is always going to something because you do it so often, if you stop doing it for 21 days, that's when the neurological system starts moving away from that suggestion in your mind. All of your experiences are stored in your mind somewhere, and the neurological system, by way of patterns that you create with your thinking and your actions, will give you suggestions. So if you eat certain foods every day you might have a craving for those foods, because when you get hungry, the neurological system is going to go with what you do the most already, and they're going to suggest that back to you in your mind. You're like, oh yeah, let me have this every morning. That's why people get in these habits. Oh, I gotta do this every morning. Yeah, it's already on your mind. The neurological system is but if you cut it off for a certain amount of time, then it's like out of sight, out of mind. And then if it's out of mind, then it's not an option. If it's not an option, the neurological system has to search your memory bank of experiences for a different option. You see? Mineral water, got a question here. Mineral water is okay. Yep. Mineral water is okay. Carbonated water is okay. Spring water is okay. Distilled water if needed. What's not okay is going to be purified water. Okay, because why would you have to purify the water? First of all, it makes me question the source of water you're using. Maybe you're using sewer water or something that you have to purify and clean up for our consumption to a certain level. I don't like that idea. Also, the water tastes different. It's probably the chemicals pretty much. So I would do mineral water is okay again. Carbonated water is okay. Spring water is okay. Distilled water is okay. Naturally alkaline spring water is okay. But no manipulated alkaline waters. No waters that man has processed and claimed that they made it alkaline now. Stay away from those waters. Okay, keep it a bit more simple than that. That's going to cause more damage than good in the long term for sure. All right. So that's the just answering the question there that somebody had on one of the platforms. I believe that was YouTube there. So tomorrow we're right back here, 8 a.m. Okay. Then February 2nd, we're here again at 8 a.m. February 5th, we're here again at 8 a.m. February 12th, 8 a.m. right here, and February 16th at 8 a.m. Just getting these check-ins to make sure that everything is on track. You guys can also call and you guys can email us as needed while we sort out the details to the fast and the options or whatnot. You guys do have that nutritional guide. I am going to go over something from the nutritional guide here. I want you guys to all right. Let me get this here now. All right. So on the nutritional guys that the guide that we sent, guys, the attachment, I think it's like page 3. It says things to remember. So pay attention to this, okay? So that when you do consume food and when you're back in your regimen, okay, no canned foods, okay? Canned foods cause a lot of problems. Most of those cans are filled with aluminum casings. So aluminum is the heavy metal, very dangerous heavy metal too. When it gets in the brain, it causes cognitive function issues, things like neurological issues, like dementia, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's, anything, things like, affecting the mind and the faculties and in the body. So no canned foods, guys. Stay away from aluminum, because that's what it is. And if it's not directly on the aluminum, they spray it with a silicone lining so the aluminum doesn't rust. But that's stuff that they spray in there is not good for the food to be sitting in either. There's no telling what that stuff is. So no seedless fruits. Who's heard of such a thing, of a seedless fruit? It's not real. Let's deal with reality, y'all. Let's not deal with this manipulation. Okay. No unfiltered tap water for sure. No cooked foods in aluminum or aluminum foil. No pork ever. No shellfish ever. Okay. Those are some of the most toxic meats. Even the Bible says don't eat those meats. And the guy who made them would know better. Okay. No baking powder, baking soda, no yeast of any kind or leavening, any type of leavening agents. We should normally practice eating unleavened bread. We should not be eating that fluffy bread every single day. We should have whole grains with some bread, some oil, with carb, something like that. But it's not going to be the fluffiest bread every day. But it's not healthy to have that type of fluffy bread every day. It's a binder. It's called gluten. Gluten is the long word for glue. That's one of the reasons why we're in the situation that we're in right now with our health. And that's one of the things that we'll be eliminating from our body in these first 7 days, especially, is going to be the calcified gluten or the calcified glue that's inside of our bodies. It accumulates. It's very sticky. It's like the dough that before it goes into the oven. It just, once we chew the bread, we turn it back into dough. We mix it back with water. We chew it. We turn it back into a little doughy ball, and then we swallow it. Now we got this little sticky doughy ball inside of our system. And why? How does it get sticky? Well, because the body's warm internally. We're 98 degrees internally, so it's gonna create a binding effect, and now you got the sticky stuff inside our system. And because the body is warm, it's kind of like it's cooking it like pasta. And then it gets a little bit too hard to keep passing through the system, and then it binds itself on a cell somewhere, starts calcifying, and now you got sticky stuff on the cell walls, keeping your body in a state where it can't absorb the nutrition that it needs. The cells should be nice and clean. And this leads to arthritis. This leads to things like fatty liver. This is calcification. This is a hardening of material and substance inside of the body. And it's going to cause problems. It causes problems. So that's why, we recommend the no gluten, no yeast in your breads and stuff like that. Also, no starch of any kind, including traditional rice, beans, and potatoes. No French fries, chips, no dairy, no sugars, including cane sugar and brown sugar. No processed foods, meats, and fast foods. But here's a cheat code for your regimen once we're in the 15th day moving forward. Liquids till 12 p.m. You should write that down. But it's in the email for everyone who got the email. Liquids till 12 p.m. Fruits until 2 p.m. Greens until 4 p.m. And vegetables until 6 p.m. Let me repeat that. Liquids until 12 p.m. Fruits until 2 p.m. Greens until 4 p.m. Vegetables until 6 p.m. Okay? That is the cheat code right there. You stick to that regimen right there, you'll be eating for 6 hours a day. You're going to be fully hydrated the rest of the day, trying to get some rest. Your body's going to tone up pretty quick. Your bowels are going to be moving. Your metabolism is going to be high because everything that you're eating is going to have a water consistency to it. Fruits, they have a water consistency. They give water to the body. They feed the body the liquid that the blood needs. Greens have a water consistency. They feed the body that the liquid that the blood needs, and that liquid is nutritional. The liquid has minerals. That's what the blood needs. Okay. Vegetables, they have water in them. Onion, cut an onion and just put your hand. It'll wet your fingertips because that's water in there. That water is waiting to go into your body. That's what the fruit is doing. It's holding your water. That's what the vegetables are doing. They're just holding your water in them. And the greens too. So we do liquids till 12. Breakfast are liquids. Breakfast should not be solid food. Okay? That's when we start the regimen again, the eating regimen. Breakfast should be liquids, and then till 12 o'clock, and then we do the greens until 2 o'clock. I'm sorry, the fruit until from 12 to 2, the greens from 2 to 4, and then the vegetables from 4 to 6. So that is a cheat code there. that you guys can pay attention to. All right. Now, with that said, um, don't forget, be on the lookout for the next email that's going to go out today for tomorrow's podcast kind of thing that we're doing here. And but just keeping you guys informed, answering questions, whatever is needed, and getting you guys introduced into the program. You guys spent your money, you guys are confident and inspired, and I look forward to guiding the way here. One of the most important things that you have to remember is to go inward in this process. When you're not drinking liquids or eating food, there's no reason. You're not outward anymore. You're not outside looking for food. You're not outside looking for restaurants. You're not thinking, okay, what do I order this food from, or what are we cooking, or what are we there. So the conversation goes from always outside to inside, and then it has to go inside, because now it's going to be a conversation. It's just a different conversation now. Instead of saying, oh, what am I going to be eating, what am I going to order, what are we going to be cooking, it's going to be like, hey, discipline yourself, go home, be quiet, get some rest, go lay down, go, just drink your water, just do the, don't think about it. No, we're not compromising that. It's just the conversation is going to change. Okay, the conversation is going to change a bit. That's all that is. So keep that in mind. Okay, keep that in mind, that you're going to be going inward in this process right now. Okay, if you have medical conditions that you're worried about it, or if you have medication that you are worried about, just send me an email. Okay, you can take anything that you're taking with us in the morning. If you're going to take medication throughout the process of this, make sure that you're taking the medication 1 hour after you take our herbs in the morning. Okay, or if you're taking morning medications or whatever time you take it, make sure that you take it after you take the herbs. Okay, a minimum of 1 hour after you take the herbs. All right. Anybody have a question? It's going to get streamed to me. If you do have a question, if you want to type in the question there, I appreciate you guys coming on this early. This is going to be recorded here, so you guys, and we'll send this out a little bit later on for people who couldn't make it at this time. That's perfectly okay. We did send out that nutritional package, y'all. It has a lot of really good information on there, so please make sure that you check out that nutritional packet that came in the email. Let's see what else came in this email. All right. One of the things that we did right in the email was to believe in yourself, not just believe in yourself, but confront yourself. That's the first process, to confront yourself, to stop yourself, and then to challenge yourself, correct yourself. Once you realize, that you need to do better, you got to correct yourself, then discipline yourself to stay on the good course. Uplift yourself, it should build your confidence, and then you can change yourself for the better. What are the benefits of a dry fast versus a water fast? Well, if dry fast dehydrates the cells a bit more, so it helps clean out. Then the water fast flushes everything out of the body. So you really need both of them. In a dry fast and in a water fast, you're not consuming glucose. That's the most important thing. In the dry fast, if you guys get a little bit famished and you feel like, hey, I need to sip a little water, that's okay. That's okay. You can cheat with water a little bit. In the dry fast, you can cheat with a little bit of water. Okay? Maybe a cup at most a day. Okay? But don't overconsume the water. We want to dehydrate the cells a little bit. We want to let the water that's in the body get out of the body. It's like old water in the body type of thing. So we want to get some of that water out of the body and then put fresh water in the body. And every time we urinate, every time water comes out of the body, we put, old water comes out, new water comes in, and then we just keep the flow. Every time you urinate, drink 4 to 8 ounces of water, and just have it. You should be drinking about 3 to 5 liters of water a day once we start day 4, 5, 6, and 7. If you're just keeping up with the flow of water. So every time you urinate, make sure that you drink some more water. Every time water comes out of your body, leaves your body, make sure you put some more water into your body and just keep that flow going. But water fast is very effective. We're just dehydrating the body, trying to get the old water out of the system, and then we're gonna hydrate for 4 days of water after that. There is a time where you want to dry fast. Uh, Dry fast ultimately is going to be the most effective, though, because dry fast will kill more bacteria, kill more infection, kill more viruses, kill more living hosts inside of our bodies, parasites and stuff like that, because some of these things can be kept alive with enough water in our body. So a dry fast will allow the organisms that are growing or living or affecting us in our body that shouldn't be, the things that are living off of us inside our body. It would help kill them and remove them. A dry fast will cleanse our body and heal our body faster. But a water fast is great in this instance, unless you want to go to that extent. Okay. Not sure why you guys cannot see me right now. I just noticed. Looks like my screen. Let me just double check this here. Seems like there's some type of issue here. You should not be on Wi-Fi. I think it's saying like there's a Wi-Fi issue, but we should not be on Wi-Fi anyways. I can't. No fret. Reach out to me in the email here. Yeah, I don't see my camera. It's offline now. But if you guys can hear me, you can still ask a question there. Oh man, that's a bummer. Hmm, kind of random. Yeah, I don't know. Need some technical support. I guess I'm gonna have to work on this a little bit later on here today. But for everyone that is joined into this fast, welcome. Thank you for allowing us on your journey and allowing us to help you overcome those challenges that you're trying to overcome yourself. We look forward to implementing proven methods and encouraging you and inspiring you to move forward in a better direction for yourself and stay motivated and stay disciplined and stay resolved. And we are happy and excited to be part of this process. And we are also fasting with you guys. So, another thing you can do though is check your weight if you want to write down your starting weight. I'm going to assume you guys, each person is going to lose somewhere around 20 pounds, 20 to 30 pounds if you're doing everything the right way and not cheating, not, skipping steps and messing around, eating little cakes here and there, or little snacks here and there. If you're doing everything as you should, you're probably going to lose 20 to 30 pounds there. So if there's not any other questions here live, I will see you guys tomorrow at 8 a.m. right here at the same bat channel and the same bat time. I will send out emails with more information later on today. And welcome to the 2024 21-day challenge and fast here. Although I'm not fasting yet, what changes does the body make during this process? Well, one thing is going to lose weight. Two, it's going to allow the organs to heal, the digestive organs, because we're not using them. Three, it's going to allow the energy that's not going to the digestive organs to go to other places in the body, which is going to make you be more alert, because now your body's not using 50% of its resources of energy to process food while you're trying to think. Okay, that takes energy. That doesn't happen on its own, without that. It takes blood flow, it takes energy to pump that food through those organs and do what it does. So when that's happening, you'll be more clear-minded. Especially if you're a creative person, it's a pretty good experience, especially because it's like you can hear yourself better, but you're going to lose weight on top of that. You are going to lose quite a bit of weight. Your metabolism will pick up, your stool will soften up, and you won't be dealing with constipation and things like that. I'm pretty sure your skin is going to clear up. Your sleep is going to get much better. It's just this your body's going to go it's going to go in reverse. When you fast to this extent, it's like reversing back the clock on yourself. You just have to not panic, and don't think that you're running out, that I have to, I'm going to start starving. You're not going to starve. You're not. Let the body be hungry. When the body is hungry, it starts eating itself, and it starts with all the bad cells. It starts eliminating the bad cells from the body first. That's the first thing the body starts doing in the response to hunger. When you don't feed it food, oh, but I'm so hungry. So what? Just because you're hungry, what does that matter? You don't have to eat every 5 minutes. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Just discipline yourself. No, too bad you're hungry. Too bad. Deal with it. We're not eating until this day, and that's how it's going to go. That's what we tell ourselves. Oh, we appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for that comment, Grace. All right. Are there any other questions right now before we go ahead and log off? Because we want to get the technical stuff worked on right now. Any other questions for any participants or any of the watchers from the various streams places that we're streaming? All right, we're gonna go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No. All right, no worries. You guys, make sure you check us out, www.thenaturalbranches.com. Like, share, comment, engage us, spread the word. We're trying to spread some positivity in the world, so spread the word about us. Check us out on Google. Again, www.thenaturalbranches.com. That's our website. You can pretty much get to everything from there. With that said, we're out here for today. We will see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. But this time, hopefully, the camera doesn't punk out on us. We'll talk to you soon. This is Chef Franco signing off. But I look forward to signing back on. Peace.